We're ready to start this match in 3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go, match number 5. Starting off on the Red Alliance, 17-14 at 9:30. Bringing back some autonomous. They may have ran together way back in Week 1 Lakeland, filling up that red hub with fuel. Both robots making their way back out to pick up more fuel and unloading up into that red hub. That's going to give a pretty hefty lead to your Red Alliance. But over on the blue side, 9990 Maguana Dos Bears utilizing that die rotor and turret in order to score fuel up and in. Now they're doing a bit of surfing on the blue fuel. Their partners, 9993, trying to get them off. 9990 still stuck up on top of some fuel. Maybe getting unstuck. There they go. There's the Maguana Dos Bears now beginning to intake, trying to still get a few fuel scored here in the active blue period. 1091 Oriole Assault, fuel in hand. Here comes Maguana Dos Bears, a couple more, but over on the red side, Ferrodermis locked and loaded from near that red tower, joined in now by 930. Unloading into that red active hub, and as those robots empty, here comes 1714 with a hopper full of fuel. Over 200 points already for this high-powered Red Alliance. They're going to look to keep pouring it on, but we've got to get to this blue active period first. 9990 with a high stream of fuel, some falling a little short, but many of them getting up into that active blue hub. A couple of red robots now over in the blue zone, trying to steal some of the fuel that 9990 has stockpiled along with their partners, Newer Apple Core and 1091. And as the red period begins, 1091 now a little bit of a defensive position as Ferrodermis firing from that red trench, trying to stay a little protected. Here comes more robotics. They're firing. 930 now unloading as well. Will we have our first energized rank point for 360 fuel scored in this match? We're going to have to see. Red is already up to 320, and we've got 30 seconds left in this match. Here comes 9990. Their shots falling just a little bit short. They're going to make a correction and see if they can get those fuel into that blue active hub. 1714, that high stream of fuel. Just 17 fuel away for Red Alliance. This volley by 930 might do it. There we go. Our first 360 fuel match with 3, 2, 1. That's going to bring a close to an exciting qualification match number 5.
Everything's ready to go. We're going to get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go!
20 seconds of autonomous period underway with all robots moving and shooting on our field. A barrage of fuel flying into both hubs early on. 1714 more robotics trying to come back with a load. They get stuck over by the bump, unfortunately. Coming out of autonomous, Red Alliance is ahead, which means blue is going to get the first active hub, but not until our transition period is up. Now it is Blue Alliance's turn to start firing with their active hub that is only available to them. In the middle of the field, more robotics, 1714, shuttling some fuel onto that Red Alliance side. More robotics. They have been finalists of this event for the past 3 years, trying to overcome the hill and trying to win it this year. They're looking great. Now, Red Alliance still continuing to put up a barrage of fuel. Hilltoppers, back-to-back MROC winners, trying to just keep the streak alive and make it 3 in a row. They are also our state champions as they are moving and shooting at the same time. 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Blue Alliance's turn to start firing with some shots from 930. 930, our event host, they've had a very successful season so far. They went to Worlds, qualified for Worlds. They actually were Newton Division finalists at Worlds also. 5096, also firing some fuel into that hub. Red Alliance's side. Red Alliance is going to keep extending that lead even more. chasing that supercharged RP every second. Looks like we have a down robot also, by the way. That is newer Apple Corps. Unfortunately, they are not moving. And actually, looking at the Blue Alliance bump over there, more robotics stuck on another robot too. That is a tough break for both robots there. 20 seconds left in this match. Both teams firing fuel as always. Hilltopper coming back with a load of fuel. Same for 5096 coming down to the very end of this match. 3, 2, 1. Time runs out in qualification match.
All right, we're going to try it a second time. 3, 2, 1, go.
Robots moving for qualification match 12. All 6 of them move, 5 of them moving. Sorry, my bad. With, just a flurry of fuel flying in from both sides here at MROC. Very close match in this autonomous period. Coming to the end of it, as the buzzer sounds, Blue Alliance is going to surge ahead out of autonomous. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left now for Teliop. 706 in the midfield. Cyberhawks firing some fuel onto that Red Alliance side, getting ready for their shift. As the shift has already started, we're about coming to 15 seconds into that first shift for that Red Alliance. All 3 Red Alliance robots moving very successfully. Blue Alliance with a pretty good lead so far. Now it's going to shift over to Blue Alliance's active hub. On that Blue Alliance side, 5096 firing some fuel into that hub. I actually talked to them earlier today. They actually are 2025 MROC winners. They also talked about their season to me. They said they had an excellent season. They put some very cool LEDs on their robot, as you can see, and their auto has gotten significantly better. Red Alliance's shift is active, hub is active, and their shift has begun with shots from 930 and 706 Cyberhawks. 930, very successful season. They went to Newton in Worlds. They qualified for Worlds, which is very awesome to see a Wisconsin team there at Worlds. 706 Cyberhawks, they won the Seven Rivers Regional. Now it is Blue Alliance's turn with Hilltoppers on that Blue Alliance side. Hilltoppers have been doing amazing. They are back-to-back state champions. And they've also won back-to-back MROC events, trying to win again for that Blue Alliance as they have a comfortable lead going into our last 30 seconds of the match. Red Alliance not going down without a fight, of course, firing some fuel into that hub. Blue Alliance, though, it's the same story. We got Hilltoppers continuing to fire with some shots from 5096. Trial and Terror comes back too on that Blue Alliance side. Coming to the very end of this match. 3, 2, 1. Time is up for that last match. For qualification match 16. Let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go, qualification match 16. 930 making a fast swipe. Now back over the blue bump and up into that hub as a volley of fuel. Looks like 1259 maybe getting beached on fuel over in the center of the field. Their partners, though, 2202 able to make a strike and come back out. With that second volley from the McGuanago Bears, Blue is going to take the advantage as we head into the transition period. 5 of the 6 robots in the center of the field now. For Red, robots starting to head back over and score during their active period. Looks like Red Raider Robotics taking a shooting position from right in front of that hub, launching fuel up and in. 1259 with an empty hopper, but a lot of fuel right around them, able to traverse the bump and joining their scoring with their partners, Beast and Red Raider. That's going to propel Red out in front, but here comes the hometown hero, 930. launching a volley of fuel up and in for blue. Their partners, Trial and Terror, may be stuck on some fuel in the center of the field, but they're getting some fuel scored from the Rock Hopper machine. They've got that sideways launcher able to score fuel from down in the trench area. 7900 and 930 getting a few more shots in. That will ping pong the lead back to blue, but here comes red. 12:59 showing you why they were winners out in lacrosse earlier this season. Turret engaged, they were able to retake the lead for the Red Alliance. Continuing to pour it on with their partners from Sheboygan and Brookfield. As the red active period comes to an end, 930 now launches fuel up and in, as does Trial and Terror for the Blue Alliance. This match is going back and forth. Looks like 1220 able to get that fuel unjammed, and now a stream of fuel from the Milwaukee machine. Folks, we are nearly tied. 1 point separating these alliances as we approach the end game period. Blue trying to take the advantage before Red's hub goes active, but 12:59 was locked and loaded. They're going to score some last-minute fuel here. Looks like Red Raider Robotics might be dead under that blue trench. Field staff taking a look at that robot. It's still a very close match. 20 points separate these two alliances. 1220 continuing to score. 7900 with that 10-point hang. If we can get a few more fuel from blue, that could be the difference here in this match, as qualification match 16 is over.
Everything is in order. Let's get this match going in 3, 2, 1, go.
This match starts with 930 and Core and Cyberhawks, 3 robots in the middle. 930 is the first to come back, unleashing, well, not quite unleashing, a wave. But Cyberhawks come back, shoot, same with Freedom Engineers and Rock Hoppers on the blue side. 930 went for a double dip and gets that double dip in the hub as Teleop starts. Cyberhawks comes into the middle, using their turret to feed fuel to the Blue Alliance as Red lost Autonomous, and they'll have the first Teleop period to score. Beast Squared looks to be pushing fuel from the middle of the field to that red side, as 930 looks to have some fuel jammed in their shooter, leading Core to be the sole scorer at the moment. Freedom Engineers and Rock Hoppers are lining up for their period, which just started, and all 3 blue machines are scoring at the moment. Core comes over looking to throw a wrench in their plans, as Beast and 930 appear to continue to push fuel to that red side for Core's offense. The blue period ends in 5 seconds, and Red is still intaking. With that sound, Red is now on the offense. 930 is in a shooting position, but it does look like their shooter has indeed jammed, leading Core to be the primary scorer for that Red Alliance. All the blue robots appear to be feeding their side, preparing for their offensive period, which has now just started. It appears 930 is on the defense, playing defense against Cyberhawks. And Freedom and Rock Hoppers are both lined up to shoot, and Cyberhawks pulls in. 3 robots scoring in their final offense of switch, or period. 930 is postured right outside of the blue zone, waiting for blue to come out to play some defense. As endgame starts, Core is lined up to shoot for Red. Same with 930, who looks like they've cleared their jam but is still not firing, as we have 15 seconds left. Blue Alliance is all scoring, trying to close out this 40-point lead as a win, as Core is trying to do what they can, but 930 just can't shoot this match, and that is the match.
We're going to get this match going right away in 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go, replay of qualification match number 28. 3 robots in the middle, 930 and the red bumpers making their way back to the red zone, trying to get fuel up in that hub. Maybe not exiting their robot quite properly. But 65-74 showing off why they're currently seeded number 2, looking to stay there or even move up in the rankings. They're going to have the advantage here as drivers step up and take the controls. Quickly, that tough defense from the Rocket Robotics machine in red, trying to disrupt Ferrodermis as they collect fuel in the center of the field. Red has the first active shift. Looks like Red Raider Robotics, 6381, motionless in the center of the field. We'll see if they're able to reconnect here and contribute as their partners 930 making their way under the red trench, taking aim in front of the hub, launching a stream of fuel up, but they are getting pushed around by Graffiti. They're playing some tough defense as well. Now it's time for blue, 65-74, taking shelter under that blue trench, launches fuel up and in, getting pinned there by Rocket, but continuing to score. Meanwhile, their partners, Maguana Dos Bears, with that high stream of fuel coming out of that turret mechanism, contributing to the score. And with that, the Blue Alliance has earned the energized rank point, getting 100 fuel into that hub. A spray of fuel from 930 now course correcting, launching up into the active red hub. But again, Graffiti is relentless. They are pushing and shoving 930 out of their spot. Without a turret mechanism, 930 needs to be lined up to that hub, and Graffiti is doing a good job of disrupting them. We had under a minute left to play here in qualification match 28. Here comes Ferrodermis and Maguana Dos Bears. Some heavy hitting coming in from 6381, who's back in action now. A little bit of double defense going on for the Red Alliance. But Blue Alliance still holding about an 80-point lead as we near the end game period. 99-90 in the center of the field. They're filling up that big hopper full of fuel, while their partner 65-74 taking a few long shots from near that blue tower. That's a protected zone here at the end of the match. They're going to continue to try to pull this lead further. Meanwhile, 930 getting contacted on their red tower by Graffiti, trying to launch a few more fuel in for them. As we head under the last 10 seconds, some last second shots coming in here for two of our Blue Alliance robots with 3, 2, 1. That's the end of qualification match 28.
All right, we've got our thumbs up to get this match going in 3, 2, 1, go.
We are off for qualification match 33 here at MROC. Both alliances have human players shooting that fuel, and then a wave of fuel comes from that Red Alliance side. A barrage team effort there from Team 93 and 930. Buzzer sounds and the Red Alliance is going to start out ahead, which means they're going to lose their hub here soon in a couple seconds. Blue Alliance's turn at an active hub. 706 Cyberhawks trying to stay ranked 10th, if not move up in the rankings after this match, trying to get a win here. And they are slowly clawing back at that Red Alliance lead. So far, a tight match, as now we're going to switch over to the Red Alliance side. The hometown team, 930. Man, they won this event back in 2024 and 2023. They're looking to try to do it again here at MROC, as anything is possible in First Robotics. Also, a couple weeks ago, they went to Synthwave Showdown, and they also won that. Very successful for them for this 2026 season. On that Blue Alliance side, Cyberhawks, finalist at Seven Rivers, gonna start shooting some fuel into that hub. A steady stream goes into it as they have a gap to make up to that Red Alliance. Red Alliance did surpass the energized RP of 100 fuel. Blue Alliance very close there. Team 93, New Apple Corps. Back in 2024 for MROC, they won the Engineering Design Award. And in 2026, Appleton, they won the Excellence Engineering Award. Very good season for them also. out of that Team 93 as 30 seconds surpasses for this match. Red Alliance has an active hub over there, same for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance with a pretty healthy lead so far. Blue Alliance slowly clawing back though. 10 seconds left in this match. Both alliances shooting their last little bits of fuel as we come to the end. 2, 1. As the buzzer sounds for the end of the match.
Qualification match 36 kicks off in 3, 2, 1, go!
If you haven't picked up on it yet, it is the autonomous portion. Robots moving fully programmed for this match. As shots of fuel, as always, firing in from both sides, the Red and Blue Alliance side, coming to the end of autonomous. Buzzer sounds, 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock for teleoperated period. Red Alliance is going to get the first active hub, and Team 93, New Apple Corp, coming back with a full load of fuel. I talked to them earlier today, and they said their 2026 season is pretty successful. They made it to playoffs every competition they went to. They also added a quest nav to their robot and bettered their autos for this year, which is a huge success for that Team 93 team as they continue to keep shooting into that active hub. Blue Alliance with a deficit early on, but they're not going to go down without a fight with 930 on their team. Our event hosts trying to shoot into that hub, but man, Trial and Terror are playing some great defense on them. It's going to switch over to the Red Alliance, and they hold the lead so far. As more shots firing in, also from Arsenal of Engineering from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, currently ranked 12th, looking to move up in the rankings. In the middle of the field, looks like we have a down robot, Honey Badgers. Unfortunately, not moving. Now they are moving now, look at that, as I say something. Blue Alliance is going to need Honey Badgers to start moving or shooting as they are behind still, and 930 is getting shut down by defensive Trial and Terror. Gold star performance from that red robot. Coming up on 30 seconds left in this match, Red Alliance has a comfortable lead. They also got that energized RP. Looking to put it away. And they do, and they're trying to, as it now is about to surpass 200 points, coming to 15 seconds left in this match. A couple more shots will let them surpass, but Blue Alliance not going to go down without a fight, of course. Team 930 shooting uncontested into that hub. Coming to the end of this match, 2, 1. Time expires. Alrighty, let's run this again. 3, 2, 1, go!
Qualification match 42 starts with 930 and Badgerbots racing into the middle, both coming back with full hoppers, both going up. Round Table came out into the middle, however they get stuck on some fuel. Badgerbots comes out for a second scoop, same with 930 and Arsenal of Engineering. Got hung up on the bump there as Autonomous ends. Blue leads 55-29. Badgerbots immediately comes to the help of Round Table, which is still unfortunately stuck in that fuel. Graffiti comes over to the blue side of the field to play some defense. Badgerbots comes back to help Round Table as the Red Alliance with their hub in offensive mode. 930 lines up to score. Teutonic Force did hit them a little bit, however they move back into the middle of the field to push some fuel. 930 unloads a hopper. Arsenal of Engineer gets some off right before their hub ends. And Round Table and Badgerbot just making it rain on that blue side of the field. 60 points ahead of the Blue Alliance and climbing as those two high-powered machines send fuel after fuel into their blue hub. 930 is not idle. as they are intaking fuel into their hopper, preparing to shoot it for their offensive phase. Same with Graffiti pushing fuel to that red side of the field for their alliance partners. 930 shooting them into that red hub as Badgerbots and Roundtable feed the blue side of the field from the middle field. Arsenal of Engineering looking like they're playing counter defense on the Germantown machine. Badgerbots races back to make use of their last offensive phase, same with Roundtable, as they're now over 200 points. Roundtable and Badgerbots on their driver station intaking fuel. Roundtable shooting on the move as Badgerbots gets some defense played on them by Graffiti. Well, this is happening 9:30 again in the middle of the field, intaking fuel, preparing for endgame, which has now just started. Blue Alliance is comfortably in the lead with 220 points on the Red Alliance, looking to close out this match despite the Graffiti defense and the 930 barrages, as Arsenal of Engineers continues to chip in for that Red Alliance. Badgerbots lines up to send one last barrage as this match ends in 3, 2, 1.
It's sure to be an exciting match. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
We have rebuilt the field and robots are moving for qualification match 46. Both alliances going out to the midfield, grabbing fuel, coming back, and shooting fuel. I'm no artist, but you can paint a picture with the sky yellow after that barrage of fuel from both sides. On that Red Alliance, the same story over and over again. 1306 firing fuel into that hub, trying to stay ranked number 1. Coming out of autonomous, Red Alliance has a 15-point lead, which means Blue is gonna get the first active hub. Transition period is done. They build their lead even more, the Red Alliance. 9:30, that's the hometown heroes trying to increase their rank, currently ranked 23rd right now. That rank does not tell the story of their season. Their season has been absolutely fantastic. They got invited to Worlds, and they went to the finals at Worlds, actually. But on that Red Alliance side, there's some hard defense being played on all 3 Red Alliance robots. That's 66-43 walnuts and bolts. Not going down without a fight. Red Alliance continuing to build that lead even more. Extending it now, they're up to 200 points. As it switches over to the Blue Alliance's turn with an active hub. On that Red Alliance side, over there, Core playing some defense against Wave Robotics, 28-26. They also were invited to Worlds too. Same for 1306, who is stealing fuel on that Blue Alliance side. And going back to that Red Alliance, getting ready for their next shift. As it is Red Alliance's turn, building the points up, trying to get that supercharged RP here in Mawanago. Very important match for that number 1 ranked team, Badgerbots, trying to win it and stay number 1 with their robot named Gimli. Makwana Dose Bears spinning that die rotor, shooting into that hub. Red Alliance is getting even closer to that supercharged RP, trying to walk away with 5 ranking points in this match. Red Alliance Core continuing to shoot. 930 not going down without a fight for that Blue Alliance as they rain down some fuel into that hub. Coming up to the last seconds of this match. 3, 2, 1. Robots come to a halt as time expires.
Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go.
And we are off for the last qualification match of the day here at MROC. Both alliances going and grabbing fuel, but on this Blue Alliance, robots shooting fuel into that hub. Red Alliance shots from the far side, the audience side of the field. That is 50-96, the Teutonic Force. As Autonomous ends. That buzzer sounds for some teleoperated period. The drivers take control of the robots and now are driving the robot around the field. 2 Blue Alliance robots going to the middle of the field, collecting fuel on that Red Alliance side. Looks like 9991 getting stuck on some fuel there for a little bit, but some shots from the rookie team cutting edge. That sound says Blue Alliance is going to get their active hub next for this match. Shooting fuel into that hub. Just continuing to shoot from Hilltopper, trying to move up in the rankings. They have the chance to get to second this match. Trying to seize the opportunity. For the Red Alliance side, some more shots coming in from Cutting Edge. Cutting Edge, they are our 2026 District Rookie All-Star Award winners at the Wisconsin State Championship. Some more shots from our human players working hard. Now it's Blue Alliance's turn with that active hub, just extending the gap even more up to 200, chasing that supercharged RP. Some playoff implications in this match. 9:30, our hometown team with a double shooter type of robots just continuing to fire into that hub. That buzzer sounds as the Teutonic Force for the Red Alliance surfing across some fuel. Blue Alliance, we have 2 Blue Alliance teams that both went to Worlds, and showing why they went to Worlds, continuing to pour on that fuel. Last ditch effort from that Red Alliance as we have 2-1. Time runs out. Got thumbs up. Drivers behind the lines. In 3, 2, 1, go!
Our final round 1 match starts, and we have 4 robots in the center. Paradigm 930 from the Red Alliance, and all 3 Blue Alliance robots come out to the center and score. It's looking to be a good match with only 15 points separating us. And Autonomous, Red will take it, meaning Blue will have the first offensive period. We have all 3 red robots coming into the middle to take as much fuel as possible, quickly followed by all 3 blue robots, as every robot on this field is moving and grooving and trying to shoot it. 93 comes back for Blue, lined up in front of their hub, unloading their hopper as Core from the Alliance wall shoots as well. Beast Robotics looking to be pushing fuel to that blue side. And the Red Alliance offensive period starts. You have all 3 robots in their area shooting. 930 from the tower. Red Raider goes right up by that hub. And now Paradigm is out by that tower. Red Raider comes out, hitting 930 a bit in the middle field as they intake some fuel, trying to slow down this Blue Alliance, trying to stop 993 from getting into an offensive position. 93 does slip by the Sheboygan defense and starts shooting into that blue hub, trying to retake the lead. As they are only 40 points behind, this is a very winnable match. 930 and Paradigm Shift, both in that center field, trying to take as much fuel as possible. As 93's intake falls out, this will definitely hinder the Blue Alliance's chances. As the red offensive period starts, all 6 robots in that Red Alliance area, 93 and Beast playing defense. 930 trying to shoot from that tower. 93 not letting them. Paradigm Shift trying to get free to shoot from that 93 machine. Endgame starts. Core and Beast shooting for Blue. We're within 30 points. 93 comes back, pushing fuel for those human players, trying to get as much offense as they can. We're within 20 points with 15 seconds left. Blue keeps shooting. 9:30 and Red Raiders lined up for that Red Alliance. We're within 10 in the last 10 seconds. 9:30 in the center trying to get as much fuel as they can, and that will end our final round one match.
Our alliances were ready to go. Let's get it started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go, match number 8, still in the upper bracket. Both alliances will be playing at least one more time, but they want to stay up high. Speaking of up high, 9:30 launch and fuel up into that active blue hub. The same from the red side. Here comes Ferrodermis with that full hopper. They start to unload into the active red hub, joined by Hilltoppers. Very close here as we enter into teleoperated mode, 56-54. 2 points separating these two alliances. Now 9:30 with a hopper full of fuel makes their way back. Blue has the first active shift. They take aim, start to fire up in the air. Their partners, though, 12:59, may be stuck, not moving quite well. There goes paradigm shift. Blue is going to need all the firepower they can get to keep pace with this Red Alliance. 12:59 now taking aim from the blue tower area, continuing to pour it into the active blue hub. Blue has a slight advantage, but Red was ready to go. 17:32, the Hilltoppers, showing you why they won 3 blue banners this year in the Win District. Continuing to take aim with that turret mechanism. Their partners, Ferrodermis, jostling that fuel around inside their robot to clear up any jams and continuing to shoot in there. Red Raider Robotics, the Sheboygan machine, playing some heavy defense. They're taking aim at Ferrodermis with that fixed shooter. Now, Blue goes active. 9:30, stuffed to the gills with fuel, making that high arc up in the air, landing inside of that active blue hub. As they empty, here comes their partners, Paradigm Shift. Turret mechanism a little bit off, overshooting that. We'll see if they're able to dial it in and get fuel into the hub. Red Alliance already up by 20 and looking for more. 65-74, trying to pick up some of that fuel they've got stashed away as we enter in the last 45 seconds of the match. Their partners, Walnuts and Bolts, maybe playing a little counter defense, trying to keep Red Raider away from Ferrodermis. Hilltoppers now over near the red human player station, and a stream of fuel comes in from that robot. Under 30 seconds. Blue trying to chip away at the Red Alliance's lead. 9:30 making their way out once more into the neutral zone, picking up fuel from behind that blue hub. Their partners, Red Raider, adding into the scoring. Both alliances over 200 points, but Red starting to pull away with under 10 seconds left to play. 9:30's got a full hopper load. They're going to unload it as match number 8 comes to an end.
We've got our thumbs up. We'll get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go.
We have rebuilt the field, and here we go for match 10 of our playoffs. Alliance 3 in red, Alliance 5 in blue. Winner moves on to match 12, I believe, and loser goes home, unfortunately. Some amazing robots will be eliminated out of this tournament. Red Alliance is going to have an early lead of 12 points, and disaster already for Paradigm Shift, the machine from Pewaukee, and your 2026 Seven Rivers District winners. They are down for the count as of right now, not moving. Some hard defense being played on 9:30. The newer Apple Corps machine trying to stop them from going over that bump and being shut down as of right now. Blue Alliance active hub trying to regain this lead with 3 seconds left. The rookie team cutting edge over there, intaking some fuel. On this Red Alliance, only the human players shooting so far, but 9:30, your hometown heroes on that Red Alliance side getting ready. And it looks like Red Raider is going to line up and start firing at that active hub as we're ending this sequence, and we're going to start the Blue Alliance hub in a couple seconds. Here we go. Red Raider comes over, gives Cyberhawks a push. Cyberhawks trying. Looks like they're going to try to fire at that hub. Nothing's coming out yet. Might be having some problems as they push fuel into that outpost. Cutting Edge, same story, firing fuel at that hub. Unfortunately, missing shots. 55 seconds left in this match. One Red Alliance robot down. Still two left, though. That's your captain. It also looks like Newer Apple Corps is out for the Blue Alliance. We have 4 robots moving here in this match. A very low-scoring match so far, as Red Alliance extending their lead even more. Cutting Edge starting to fire at that active hub. Red Alliance still having the lead of about 50 points. Blue Alliance making a tiny comeback so far. Not going to go out without a fight. 15 seconds left in this match. Some more shots from that rookie team, Cutting Edge. That team being from Madison, Wisconsin. As we come to the end of this match, 3, 2, 1. A spectacular end to that match.
Both alliances are ready. Let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, go.
2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Winner moves on to match 13. Losers going and packing their stuff and going home. Both alliances went to the middle of the field and grabbed some fuel. Paradigm Shift having some more problems being stuck on that bump, but no worries as their teammate 930 shooting some fuel. Red Alliance is going to have the lead coming out of Autonomous. Red Alliance in the transition period is about to lose that hub, which means Blue Alliance's turn with the only active hub on the field. Roundtable Robotics having some more struggles with their robot, trying to shoot at that hub. They've been having struggles all competition and trying to overcome them in this match. But don't worry, Rockhoppers shooting some fuel into that hub. Red Alliance's turn now. On that Red Alliance side, some human players firing at that hub. But 930, with that style of robot that can shoot about 50 balls in about a couple seconds, is just shooting at that hub pretty quick there. But some defense from Oriole Assault. Now it is Blue Alliance's turn with that active hub. Roundtable still having struggles trying to get that fuel into their shooter, trying to feed it, but some good defense from Red Raider Robotics on Rockhoppers, shutting down that team. As now Roundtable gets stuck on the bump. Oh my, some bad luck for them. Looks like on Roundtable their intake roller has broken. Red Alliance's turn with an active hub, trying to seize the opportunity. 930, of course, firing. And the machine from Pewaukee Paradigm Shift trying to feed that shooter and just not being able to. Red Alliance with a pretty good lead so far, about 40, as we come into our end game with 30 seconds left on the clock. Same story, different time. Rockhoppers continuing to fire. Roundtable with that broken intake, still being able to intake, which is very impressive to see. 10 seconds left in this match. Red Alliance with a comfortable lead, just trying to put it away, but Blue Alliance making a tiny comeback. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time expires.
We're ready to rock and roll in 3, 2, 1, go.
Qualification, well, not qualification, playoff match 13. Sorry about that one. Winner gets to go to finals. Loser, they finish in 3rd place at this MROC competition on the Red Alliance Ferrodermis, firing fuel into that hub as always. Looks like Hilltopper was having some problems, but that is no problem for that Red Alliance as they have a very comfortable lead early on in this match. Looks like Hilltopper got their problems fixed, and they are here to win this match. Blue Alliance, they get that active hub first, but man, B Squared is playing some great defense on that Blue Alliance side. Red Raider Robotics lining up, and as always, firing fuel at that hub. Paradigm Shift might be having problems also as they cannot intake, it looks like. Red Alliance's turn, though, for your state champions, back-to-back. Hilltopper Robotics firing some fuel into that hub. They have a turret on their robot that allows them to move and shoot fuel at the same time. It has worked amazing for them this season as they went to Worlds. They were captain of the Alliance 5, and they are here and not messing around. Blue Alliance, Red Raider Robotics, the machine from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Fear the beard, that is their saying as they keep firing fuel. 12:59 and 9:30 might be having problems as they have not been outputting a bunch of fuel yet in this match. And that shift is done for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance seizing the opportunity here at MROC and taking every fuel they can get in the hub. Ferroderm is coming over the bump. They were finalists at Seven Rivers. Winner gets to go face Alliance 1 in this, after this match here. 30 seconds left in this match. Same story, different time for both alliances, just firing fuel. Red Alliance putting the nail in the coffin, putting it away in this match as they surpass 270 points there for a second. Coming to the end of this match, 4, 3, 2, 1. Robots come to a halt and we will have scores soon.